All right, this is I know I scheduled it for 3:15 because that's the only time I could pick. So it's a little early, and let's get started here. Hopefully, everyone can hear me. Gain seems to be okay. Let me see if I can bring up a live view of my video here, just so I can see. Okay, good. Okay, good. I can't hear myself. So, all right. I apologize. Or I'd like to start off with an apology for the few of you that do watch my channel for not uploading as much. I want to try and work on that. I'm trying to come up with some ideas and some workflows for my videos because, like, I was trying to make one today. But I don't think it's going to happen, or I'll at least have to try again. I think that's what I need to do is just try again. My problem is I'm like a perfectionist, and like I don't exactly know a whole lot about video editing, so like I want it to look good. But at the same time, like I tell myself, well, just get started with what you know how to do, and you'll get better from there. Anyways, the topic of this live video here is Apple rumors going around, floating around, that Apple and maybe other tech companies may be introducing a subscription-based model for iPhones. And to a lot of people, that may seem like a cool idea. For a monthly fee, you get the latest and greatest iPhone. Which I don't blame you. I have an iPhone myself. I got a 13 Pro Max. I like this thing. I've had numerous Apple products over the years, and I don't get me wrong, I love them, but there are certain things that I just don't like that they do as a business. And I think there's a couple of reasons why Apple wants to go this route. Is one, people aren't upgrading their phones as much anymore, which is understandable. They're a company, they're inclined to make money and stay in business, and I'm hoping that they can find ways to do that without entirely screwing over their customers. By adopting a subscription-based model. So there's a motto that iFixit uses. It goes, if you can't fix it, you don't own it. Well, if you don't own it, you can't fix it. And I think a problem that I see coming up with this subscription-based model is that people are going to, switch to the subscription model to get the latest and greatest iPhone every year or so often whenever it releases, and then turn in their old one. Is that what's going to happen when people inevitably break their phones? Now, I myself am pretty responsible with my stuff. I try to take care of it as best as I can. But accidents do happen, and there are people out there that are just unfortunately careless with their stuff. So accidents happen, screens break, they break something off on their charge port or something like that. I'm curious to know how Apple is going to handle repairs and service, and my guess is the same way that they always have been, and that's with little to no options at all. My concern is, and we just had New York State, my home state, pass the digital electronics right to repair bill that would require manufacturers of digital electronics to make tools, parts, guides, or the same tools, parts, and guides that they make available to their authorized or branded providers. They're going to be required by law to make that available more publicly. So hopefully that's not causing too many problems. We got a fire truck going by. Hopefully, or where was I going with this? Sorry, that fire truck distracted me. The right to repair bill will now require manufacturers to make parts, OEM parts, tools, and guides available to even end users. And Apple did actually kind of implement this already, and other manufacturers like Samsung and Google. But Apple differed a little bit differently on them. And maybe I'll discuss that a little bit more in this video here. But back to the subscription model. The problems with that is, and I'm just kind of going through iFixit's article here that they posted, and they do raise some interesting points, such as, this is going to create more e-waste, or it has the potential to create more e-waste. The biggest, the most taxing part of these products is the manufacturing, the mining of the materials, and the energy and therefore pollution needed to run the equipment to not only extract these materials from the earth, but also to shape them and mold them and manufacture them into this nice little device that we have here today. What else is there? So my concern is, if they're going to start creating this subscription model, is that the only option, the only way to buy an iPhone, or acquire an iPhone, I should say, or electronic devices? And typically when one company gets away with something, others tend to follow suit. And history has proven that. These other manufacturers have proven that. Like Samsung made fun of Apple a few years back for getting rid of the headphone jack, and then what did Samsung do? They got rid of their headphone jack. Here we go. So, and a chunk of their article here is titled "The Ultimate Lock-in Trap," and I put that in quotes there because well, that's what it is in the article. So it locks you in at a monthly fee. And my concern is, I guess, the repairability of the devices when accidents happen. How is Apple going to handle that if and when you do break your screen or the back glass, or camera lens or something like that? Are they going to charge you to replace the whole device for $1,000, or are they actually going to let you fix it for a more reasonable price? This model is also going to cost more in the long run. Now, there's nothing wrong with leasing necessarily. I just hope that it doesn't become the only option to have an iPhone. So like right now, I rent an apartment, just because it's cheaper and easier for me to handle and manage right now. I don't got to worry about the maintenance. I got to worry about insurance, or maintenance to an extent, I suppose. But like if the air conditioning goes out, or an appliance has problems or something like that, I can typically just call my landlord and we'll get it figured out. I like to fix stuff, so typically I'll just fix it myself and then deduct it from rent or something like that, or we work it out one way or another. Another issue that this is causing as well is I'm sorry, I was more expensive in the long run. Yes, leasing is more expensive in the long run compared to buying. That's what a lot of people, I guess, misunderstand, is it does take advantage of people in that manner, for people that maybe just don't know how, maybe aren't good with money or something like that. I'm guilty of that too. Let's see, like I said, limited repair options. They also mentioned that repair monopolies drive up repair costs. And I'm going to read this word for word here. Even for people uninterested in DIY repair, a subscription model means more pressure to upgrade, fewer rights to your phone, and maybe more expensive repairs for everyone. Virtually all of the ways companies restrict repair illegally now would be legal under a subscription system. So a lot of the business practices these companies have been using for years, like voiding your warranty when you repair something or replace or upgrade a component, that has been illegal according to the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act of 1970 something. I don't exactly know the exact date off the top of my head, but it has been illegal for manufacturers to do that for a while, and the FTC actually just slapped Harley Davidson and Westinghouse for that practice. And what I mean by that is, let's say, so my phone is less than a year old. I got this back in January. Let's say I broke my screen and I go to purchase the OEM display from Apple, because those are now available. I put that on there. And let's say a few months down the line, my battery starts having problems. Well, Apple will want to try and void my warranty because I either opened it up or damaged it. Now, if I actually damaged the component and the battery, it is their responsibility, their burden to prove that, not mine. Now, if I did damage the battery during the repair, then yes, that gives them perfect legal ground to deny me warranty. But if they're denying me warranty on the basis that I opened it up, I wasn't authorized, then no, that's illegal. So where else was I going with this? Let's see. Locked device. So this is, again, my fear here. Locked devices equals less learning. If they're going to adopt this subscription-based model, like let's say they introduce the subscription model as an option along with side being able to finance or purchase the device outright. My concern right now, which I would imagine is the route they would take, but introducing this alongside of purchasing and financing their devices. Let's say I had a customer that's leasing their device come in for a screen repair. What's going to happen? Am I still going to be able to replace the part without any issues or little issue at all? I mean, it may give a display message, but is it going to brick the phone? Is it going to get stuck on the Apple logo when I go to turn it back on? But when I put the old screen back on, is it going to work? I don't know. I'm hoping that doesn't become their practice, but it just might. And then again, hopefully that they don't make this the only option to have this product, because it's my money. I worked for it. I can do almost what I want with this to an extent. I'm not gonna do anything highly illegal with this or anything like that. So yeah, I think that's all I had to say for today. Yeah, that's all I really wanted to share for today. So feel free to leave some comments. I know someone did leave a comment on one of my videos about a week ago, and if you're watching this, I appreciate that. I got the notification for it, but like I go to click on it and I can't respond to it. It doesn't appear or anything like that. So I see your comment. Don't worry. I acknowledge it. I want to try and push out more content to people somehow, some way. I guess I like to be short and sweet about it as well. Try to be short and sweet. I just kind of want it to be easy where it doesn't interfere with my work so much, but at the same time, it could really hopefully bring me more customers, which it's not a bad problem to have. Anyways, take care. Have a blessed day, everyone.